I'm gonna finish the rest of this on stream, but once we get down to bedrock and all the lava is drained, we're gonna go set up a beginner farm for the roses. What up, my roomies, and welcome back to the technical guide to Minecraft. And today we're going to be stepping back from the Wither Skull farm in order to take care of some other business. Now, what's that business, you ask? Well, in order to do the Wither Skull farm, we need wither roses. And to need wither roses, we're gonna need pumpkins. Welcome to Kikacore, where safety is a concern. Now, it's been a long time. It's been almost 30 episodes since we last visited this place, but if you remember from this is where we actually created our pumpkins. But in order to make a wither rose farm, we're gonna need, maybe like a stack of pumpkins. But we don't want to wait that long, or we don't want to have the manual labor of actually getting these pumpkins ourselves. So we want to automate it. Now, the interesting thing about a pumpkin, when it gets pushed by a piston, it'll break. Using that mechanic, we could actually automate this quite easily. On the previous episode, we've established that any block changes in front of an observer will give it power. So if we were to do that, you can see that the piston moves. We can use this to our advantage. So let's put down a water behind it just so we can then turn this into a fertile land. Let's put down our stem. If we put down pistons beside it, then put down a block right behind the observer, we can then power these two redstone dusts in order to then power these pistons when the stem eventually makes a pumpkin. And then on the sides of each of these pumpkin stems, I'm gonna put down a piece of dirt. And now we just kind of wait. And there you go. This is more or less how we're gonna set up the basic pumpkin farm. Now in the future, we might have an upgraded version, but for the typical player, you really won't need more than a basic pumpkin farm setup like this. So let's head back to the technical guide world and get started. So I'm thinking that the pumpkin farm will be right here where the iron farm used to be. So I'm gonna deconstruct this real quick and then we'll be right back. Okay, how we're going to build this is that we're going to put down a double chest and then put 2 hoppers going into it. Then from here, we want to add 6 more building material. In this case, of course, we're going to be using netherrack. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then on the ends, we're going to go out by 3. So there's 3 space in the middle. And then put down another 8. Then making sure that both ends are closed off, just like so. I'm going to put down powered rails. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then on the edges, we're gonna go up and put down levers, just like so. Then we're gonna just plunk down a lever right here. Then right on top of this, we're gonna put down dirt blocks, just like this. And then build out, just like this. Then have the observers just looking at this in an alternating fashion, so it's sort of like this. Then from here in the middle, plunk down more building material. Then place down a block that's water loggable. In this case, we're using acacia leaves. Then put down water onto it on top. And behind every observer, put down another rack or whatever building material. Then from here, you want to place down a single dust on each one of these. Then place down a piston right in front. From here, you want to just surround the edges with whatever you have. So in this case, I'm just using more netherrack. If you couldn't tell, I really do love netherrack. So as you can see, it's completely locked in just like this. And this is more or less how you want to set this up. Now, every time an observer will observe something change in front of it, so let's say like the stem grows to full, it'll push out the pistons. So let's say that this netherrack that I'm holding is a pumpkin stem that'll update itself. When it does, it'll activate these pistons. And because pumpkins grow in full, we don't have to worry about the half stages. So this kind of setup will allow it to just grow. And let me just reorganize this real quick just to maximize the output. Quick interruption. I noticed that only 12% of you are actually subscribed to this channel. Watching this long, I must be doing something right, so if you like this video, hit that like button and please subscribe to this channel. Any support helps and these videos take a bit long to make. Thank you so much and back to the video. And that's all there is to it. That's how you build a pumpkin farm. Well, basic one anyway. So we're gonna AFK here and get all the pumpkins that we'll need for the Wither Rose farm. Okay, let's check how much we got. Oh, okay, we already got a stack. We've been AFKing for about an hour, and we got a stack of pumpkins. Now, of course, the rates aren't going to be as big as like a large-scale farm, but this is more of a beginner, like starter farm, because we don't really need that much pumpkins, at least not yet. And so, this is going to be great for when we make the Wither Rose farm. Well, my roomies, that's it for this episode. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to see more, and I will see you all next time. But until then, I have been your #1 and most humble host, Kigurumi. Bye-bye.